Hi everyone, this is Elizabeth Adams, and I'm a marine forecaster with the Tropical Analysis and Forecast Branch at the National Hurricane Center. This is our weekly weather briefing. A gale warning is currently in effect for the south central Caribbean Sea off the coast of Colombia. Winds are expected to pulse to gale force each night and early morning through at least early next week. Locally, very rough seas to 12 feet are likely near these gale force winds. Here's a look at the surface analysis from 12 UTC Thursday morning. A 1032 millibar high is centered off the coast of New England, and ridging extends through much of the tropical Atlantic waters. Widespread moderate to fresh trades are occurring in the Caribbean, supported by a strong pressure gradient between the aforementioned ridge and the eastern extent of the monsoon trough into northwestern Colombia. Gales will redevelop in the south central Caribbean tonight. In the Gulf of Mexico, a trough has been analyzed over the Bay of Campeche, but the rest of the Gulf is dominated by ridging, supporting gentle to moderate winds. In the central Atlantic, moderate to fresh northeast winds are occurring along the periphery of the high pressure. Taking a look at the forecast for Friday morning, strong ridging in the central Atlantic will progress eastward, while high pressure builds in the eastern Gulf of Mexico and low pressure prevails over the south central Caribbean. Fresh to strong trades will continue in the central and eastern Caribbean, with near gale force winds occurring offshore of Colombia. The northwestern Caribbean, the Gulf, and the western Atlantic will be under the influence of a high pressure, resulting in gentle to moderate winds and slight to moderate seas. Otherwise, a moderate trade wind regime will dominate the central Atlantic waters, and a long period easterly swell will lead to rough seas across the region. For Saturday, the ridge in the central Atlantic will continue to drift eastward, allowing the pressure gradient to relax a bit between that high pressure and lower pressure in the Caribbean. The easterly swell will continue to produce rough seas in the open Atlantic waters, and fresh to strong trades will continue in the Caribbean. Looking at Sunday, a strong cold front is forecast to move off the coast of the southeastern United States, and winds off the coast of Florida will turn to the southwest ahead of this front. Otherwise, in addition to the continued rough seas in the open Atlantic waters and the winds in the Caribbean, high pressure will dominate the rest of the basin. For Monday, the cold front in the central Atlantic waters will continue to progress eastward, with hazardous winds and waves staying to the north of 31 north. Elsewhere, moderate to fresh trades continue in the open Atlantic, with fresh to locally strong easterly winds occurring in the Caribbean. Gale force winds will continue each night and early morning offshore of Colombia. Finally, for Tuesday, a complex series of low-pressure systems developing in the central and eastern United States will lead to moderate to fresh southeast winds in the Gulf of Mexico ahead of these lows. Moderate to fresh trade winds will expand farther west towards the Bahamas and into the northwestern Caribbean, and associated rough seas will occur in tandem with these winds. Thanks for tuning in to the Atlantic Marine Weather Briefing. The next briefing will be posted by 5 p.m. on Sunday, February 9th. Have a safe week.